How would you assess how you guys played today?
Well, I thought the best thing was neither side stayed down for a long period of time. Rather than like one thing you battle every spring is the plays will go in long streaks. It's kind of like one side will go in long streaks as another side feels sorry for themselves or goes through a bunch of anxiety on the last play. I thought we did a better job of playing the next play. It's like, one side would get hot and the other side would take it away, and then the next side would take it away, and so it would go back and forth. I think it was pretty good work because, both sides have something to be ticked off about, but both sides have some encouraging stuff, which means you're out there pretty well trading blows back and forth, and so I do think it was pretty good. I thought it was our best scrimmage as a team, and you're just trying to be more cohesive every play, and also I thought it was pretty physical work, but not as out of control as it had been, at other times.
What was encouraging offensively?
Overall, I thought we played with 11 more often than we did 8, like we did. We always talk about playing with 11 instead of 8 or 9, and I thought the first scrimmage we played with 8 or 9 quite a bit, and we did that some today, but played with 11 more often today.
Was the skeleton stuff just like due to a lack of personnel?
Yeah, the line we wore out at O-line, and so and so you still wanted to get people work that you could. We had a couple linemen last scrimmage that went 100 plays, and then we're a little thinner, and so still wanted to get work. So we did the live scale, so that we, and we had really the O-line and corners is where we got thin. So
talk about Andre today and how useful he was in the offense.
Good, other than the turnover. He had a near one, and then he had one, which I didn't like that very much. But, physical, and he's one of those guys that he's a guy that even if the defense covers, he's still a potential factor just because there's that size and physical differential. And the other thing is he's coordinated like a little person, and he's quick like a little person, but he weighs 260. The other thing, and probably the most impressive thing I've seen on him, somehow he's got freakish endurance, and because we've had long workouts, and we're on this was number 11, and fatigue set into a bunch of guys that weigh 180 pounds before it did him at 260. So that's impressive. I think the single thing he needs to develop the most is, he's used to putting his head and his hands inside somebody's pads and blocking more than he is standing up and using them to slap some guy around, and he needs to be better at slapping them around. He needs to be like those grizzly bears in Yellowstone Park that start tipping over dumpsters and throwing garbage out of them at the lodges, and so this next practice we're going to stick a dumpster in front of him full of goodies, but he's going to have to shred that thing, tip it over, and dig into it to get at them, and so he gets used to swinging his hands around in a violent fashion.
What would you put in the dumpster?
I don't know. We're going to have to see what he likes. We'll have some things that appeal to him and some things that don't so much, so he has to sift through them and keep his arms moving.
As far as your quick little guys do go, it seemed like you guys ran the ball pretty well today at times.
Thought we improved. That was really, that would kind of be what I'm talking about playing with 11. We had a few misses, but then I think the backs, I can think of one horrible read, but for the most part, I think the backs are reading the holes better. I think our linemen are, reacting to the combo stuff a little better, and it's just sort of a growth process there.
Final week before the Crimson and Gray game, is there any sense of urgency to get stuff done before spring ball ends?
Well, just the same one there always is, just to improve every day. And of course, Crimson and Gray game for us is pretty much a scrimmage, another opportunity to get work, but also to share it with the fans a little bit. And then, you know, when we got to practice after that to make corrections, which I'm sure we'll learn something from that scrimmage and find ways to improve after that.